UDL in the Classroom by Rebecca Maynor. Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, is an approach to education that assumes that students with varying needs will be actively engaged in learning and that the curriculum, the goals, the instructional methods, and the instructional materials and the assessments address this diversity. When looking at UDL, it gives multiple means of engagement, representation, and action and expression to students. UDL gives the teachers the chance to look at curriculum and make choices for different levels of students before planning to give options to students on how they would like to learn. Differentiated instruction and universal design in learning have many connections. Some things may look similar, while others look a little bit different. UDL looks at curricula for students from the start. DI looks at learning styles of each student. They often use kind of the same language, but they're often called different things in both aspects. In UDL, we look at variable, where in DI we see unique. We see engagement in UDL and personal interest in DI, representation in UDL, and experience in DI, expression and action in UDL, and culturally shaped ways of seeing the world in DI. The one I wanted to look at in UDL is expression and communication. The specific one I'm looking at is 5.2, use of multiple tools for construction and composition. The first EdTech and AT tool to look at is text-to-speech software. Students use this in many different ways. Can be used to communicate, can be used when writing an essay, when taking notes, and recording a teacher lesson. Sometimes students do not have the best handwriting, and it takes us oftentimes many times to look through and understand what they're trying to write. This helps the teacher look at what they're trying to write and also gives the student ways to express themselves a little bit differently. Rather than writing, they speak into the computer and it types it for them. The example shown on the screen is through Google Docs. Google Docs has an awesome text-to-speech software in there that they can speak to, and it'll type up their essay. And also, teachers can use it to record lesson words or keep notes for students who need them. Second one is story map / concept map. Some ways students can use this, can use it for web story concepts, character analysis, breaking down history, as in the example here, show connections, and teacher use would be a whole class discussion takeaway where you can build points together or break them apart, and story analysis. A tool for this would be Bubble. Overall, UDL gives educators a chance to develop students' capabilities of learning on their own, finding different ways that fits them in their learning needs. DI and UDL are similar but different. And there's many ways to find resources from EdTech and AT to help with UDL and reaching our students.